Hi everyone, this is Kelsey with Igniting Insight. I am super inspired today to do a collective clearing. So that is what this video is going to be. This is going to be the first clearing video I've ever made. But I just wanted to share basically the process that I go through on myself with the greater collective. So hopefully the tribe can do some of this work together, and our strength and our creative power is greater in numbers, of course. So the more people that can be doing these types of clearings, the better. And if it resonates with you, great. That's why I'm here making this. So if you don't know me, I am an intuitive tarot card reader and an aspiring, budding ascension coach. So I'm really someone, and a light worker, so I'm really someone that's very spiritually inclined and very much on the kind of cutting edge of the ascension process. What's going on with the energy right now, I'm very attuned to this, and I am also very familiar with the twin flame journey, and I wanted to just share a little bit of information about the twin flame journey and what I've come to realize about it, because I think there's a lot of misinformation out there, but a lot of us that are on this ascension path are running into this kind of experience, and I think it's important to understand really what's happening and what work we are meant to be doing within this template. So first of all, when I talk about a template, what it means is it's like an archetype, and there's kind of templates that we want to embrace and keep or grow and manifest, and there's templates that we want to clear out. So something that's been really a big focal point for me is this dark feminine template that is very prevalent in the twin flame experience. Now, I've come to appreciate the term beloveds or soul flame as opposed to twin flame, because the twin flame story has been told so many times, and at this point it comes with an almost inevitable codependency and attachment, and that's exactly what we're supposed to learn to break free from. So by choosing a new term that doesn't have all those kind of connotations, I think is beneficial for us. So you'll hear me refer to soul flame and beloveds probably for the rest of this video and clearing, and in the future as well. So the dark feminine template has been with us for centuries, and to me it's a mirror of what a lot of people have eyes on right now, which is the toxicity of the patriarchy, right? So we have this imbalance, but I think what's not acknowledged as much, and maybe what's coming to the light more now, is the impact and influence of the dark feminine. To me, the dark feminine is at once a dark entity or a dark power trying to take hold of feminine sovereignty and power and manipulating and abusing it for their own gain. And really this is kind of the age-old battle of dark and light, right? So the dark tries to use the light or manipulate the light to get power or to get what it wants, rather than, realizing that the light is ultimately the answer, and just becoming the light is really what we're all supposed to be doing. So being that it's a template, it's not necessarily a specific entity or person or people or group of people, but what we have to realize is that we all have free will, free choice. So you can choose to go down a dark path, and more you're going to be embodying the darkness. And so if you're a feminine person, if that's how you self-identify, and you go down a dark path as a feminine, and even men can do this, and a lot of men have issues and ties, slavery ties actually to the dark feminine. So I'll go into that a little bit more. So basically, it's free choice to choose a dark path or to choose a light path. Some of us get pushed more towards the light than others. I mean, I just feel like for me, I mean, God or source, whatever you want to call the universe, has pushed me to come into the light more and more. And I've been so willing at the same time. So it's definitely like, it's a partnership for sure. So I guess what I'm meaning to say by all that is that I don't blame people that are choosing a dark path if they don't know better, but I do hold them responsible for their choices. Does that make sense? So we all have free will, so we are all personally responsible for the choices that we make. So one of the reasons I feel so passionate about talking about this now and really like coming from an educational standpoint and explaining it as much as I can is because, you know, people come to me with questions sometimes or with ideas that I can see are kind of tainted by this dark feminine template, and I really am passionate about clearing that out. So if I need to come and make a video and explain to you guys what is happening and hopefully answer questions so that we can make this like a clarifying dialogue, and maybe I can learn from you as well, and then do a clearing together to like start clearing more and more out, you know, it's going down exactly the path that I'm being called to go down. So that's why I'm here doing this. So that is the dark feminine. There are a lot of ancient entities that people still choose to follow, and you know, this is in the Bible what they would call like a false prophet, but more so like worshiping idols, right? And I'm not a Bible person. This is another thing that Source brought me, called me to start reading as prophecy and as just spiritual information. So I don't consider myself religious. I think religious has a lot of toxicity, but so does just the general New Age spirituality that I'm more resonant with. So just important to be careful no matter what sphere you're coming from, and I find that I want to find the value in all spheres and not limit anything else. So that's just a little background spiel on that, why I might talk about the Bible sometimes, because there is a lot of information that's pertinent now. So the dark feminine, it's been around for a long time, and I'm not going to go into the specific deities or entities that are carrying this template at this time. I feel like, the information's available. Definitely watch and follow Carolyn Kundalini. She's probably my biggest internet mentor, spiritual mentor in this whole thing, and she talks about this and has been opening up that conversation more on her platform. So I definitely, if you're curious, check out some of her content. I don't personally feel called to go into that right now. I'm still trying to do research so that I can give you information to back up what I want to say about these things. But I don't also feel like it's important for just doing this clearing. So the dark feminine is a lot of times what is keeping beloveds out of union, because she is such a trickster and she's so sneaky and she mirrors the divine feminine. So masculines that haven't fully awoken, that haven't fully chosen the light path, that haven't fully come into their sovereign power, cut those ties of slavery, they are often pulled to these dark feminine people. And the people themselves, this is where I want to draw in what I was saying before. The people themselves aren't necessarily bad, although there is a point of kind of, you could say there's a point, I mean, I don't even know if I believe that there's a point of no return, but you have to have discernment. If someone is like blatantly trying to sabotage or hurt you, then they don't need or deserve the benefit of the doubt. But I'm someone that likes to give the benefit of the doubt to people. So when I see someone coming from a place of more dark feminine energy, I just see it as they've made some poor choices and they have the opportunity to start making different choices. So I don't cut anyone off from being able to change. I just want that to be super clear. But when the masculine isn't fully awakened, they can chase these people because they mimic or mirror what the divine feminine has or is, but it's not, it's an illusion. It's not fully there because they haven't fully awakened. The feminine person hasn't fully awakened, but neither has the masculine. So they're more of a match in that situation than the divine feminine and the unawakened masculine. But the thing is, and the thing that God's really been telling me about this journey is that it's really about ascending together. And I haven't fully unraveled why this partnership is so important. But even as I say that, like, there's very apparent reasons why it is. It's because we've been split for so long in so many ways in society that coming together in that way, and being able to have unconditional love with, a sovereign, beloved partner will allow you to create more of that love in that partnership. And, I have to just say, it's not something that I've experienced, so I don't have that direct experience that I can share with you, but this is just what I've been shown, the information that I've absorbed, and what I understand about the journey. I'm sure I'll be talking more about that in another video, but I'm also coming here assuming that you guys know a little bit about, or have done some research about, like, what is the point of this whole connection. It's about your own ascension process, because this person's going to trigger you to make those choices between dark and light. And so when you're choosing the light over and over again, you're going to ascend really quickly. And we're in this very powerful energy right now of ascension and having this open up. So even if you're not someone that identifies with the twin flame or soul flame template, this video could totally help you and resonate and apply to your situation, because we're all ascending and we all have those masculine and feminine, dark feminine and toxic masculine sides of ourselves that need to be balanced, and the dark needs to be cleared. So what I want this clearing to be is clearing out the dark feminine from you, from your beloved, from your union, from the universe, from this world. We're clearing the dark feminine out, okay? So I hope I gave enough background information to make this, for you to feel out where I'm coming from, what I'm talking about. And this is going to be a completely intuitive clearing. I'm just going to kind of go through the process that I've been doing on myself lately, and I did bring out some cards to kind of guide it, because I want to tune into your energy also and do something that's useful for the whole collective. So I'm going to start, I think I'm going to do tarot after we're done to see kind of, I kind of want to do it before and after to see what we've done, but I'm just going to pull, this is the Sacred Geometry Activations. This is going to help us pinpoint the area or there's chakra cards in here, but it's not entirely chakra cards, but it'll definitely help us pinpoint the area that the dark feminine is affecting the most, and so we can focus on that. But I have been going through the chakras one by one on myself, and doing it that way and kind of scanning through, so I might do that as well. Okay, we got Earth. This is, okay, so we're really doing Mother Gaia service right now. This is going beyond you and your beloved and your union. This is going really towards the whole earth. definitely why I was called to, do this as a video. So I'm gonna read what the card says. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. So I think Mother Gaia is so pure because we know that she is our Earth home, and I see her as very sovereign and sacred and independent, but I think with what has been done to her, what has been done to the earth and the environment and the ecology, and all the toxic poison that's, in her, when we clear out the dark feminine and we're focusing on the earth, I feel like we're clearing that out. So I wouldn't say that Mother Gaia has dark feminine in her, but she's kind of been stained with it over the top, if that makes sense. So we'll focus on her, and we'll see. I'm gonna pull an Archangel card to see who wants to come help us, and kind of just see what comes. Everything's so intuitive, I can't see it until it comes out, but just to see like what our approach should be. That's the words. Those are the words I'm looking for. Them words. Okay. Yeah, okay. Clear your space, Archangel Jophiel. I hope I'm saying their name right. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, use feng shui. And look, this is definitely a feminine character. So clear your space. I mean, it's really, I don't think those words, if you need to, okay, actually I have to do some of this myself. So if you need to, take this weekend or whenever you're watching this, take the next week or a few days to do some house cleaning, some space cleaning. It can be really beneficial to purge out old stuff, physical things that aren't serving you anymore, that have old energy attached to them, and just make sure that you're living in a space that makes you feel like you can be creative and like you can be grounded and that you can do healing work, because if you're surrounded by clutter, it's really hard to do this kind of work. But also, this is talking about, again, the collective and clearing the space within the collective, making space for the new light to come in. And I'm really just hearing like tribe, like we're clearing space for the tribe. Like this is such a mutual thing at this point, that when we do work for ourselves, and this is something I've always believed, but it's becoming so much more tangible now. Like when we do work on ourselves, for ourselves, it's helping the greater collective. And the more we feel connected and connected to the tribe, the lion tribe, or the tribe of light workers, whatever tribe you feel like you belong to, you connect, and so your work does help everyone because we're all connected. So I do want to pull. It's becoming a reading, but it's okay. This is gonna be a long video. I knew when I started. I want to do a before and after. So just three cards for before and after from Crystal Visions Tarot. Okay, so Queen of Wands, and I love this one because there's the lion too, so the lion tribe is definitely here, and this is the divine feminine of the lion tribe, and the rose. But she is wearing red, which is becoming symbolic of more of that dark, deceptive energy, whereas white would be the more pure energy. but it's also talking of the root chakra. So I'm just hearing like depth, like she's very deep. So we're going to be doing the feminines are going to be doing some deep work. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, this is just the masculine being willing to come along the journey with us. And this Four of Swords, this is the stalemate in the union prior to the work we're doing. So the dark feminine needing to clear. Look at these red roses. I mean, I love that in the community, I don't even need to have direct experiences with particular symbols for them to start taking on meaning for me, because it comes up in the community. So the red roses, again, are more symbolic of the deception of the dark feminine, whereas if they were white, they would be pure. So I'm going to leave these out here, and we'll see what changes after this clearing. So I'm just going to go ahead and tune in, and I'd like everyone to take a deep breath. I'd like to ask God to please guide this clearing, be with me and the tribe here, everyone watching this video. See the purity of heart and intention in all people that are tuning into this, that want to clear out the dark feminine and that want to step into their sovereignty, claim their birthrights and their just rewards and their power, creative power back from the dark feminine. So I'm most likely going to be closing my eyes for this part while I do the clearing. I would encourage you to close your eyes, but it's up to you, whatever feels right. I do want to take a moment to say that I do speak in light language or tongues occasionally, and since this is my first public clearing, I'm not sure if that will come out, but it may. So if you hear words that don't make sense or that you don't understand, please know that they carry codes and vibration as all words do, and when I'm speaking them, it's God or Source's way of encoding you with new vibrations and new energy and new information, and you don't necessarily need to understand what's being said to receive the benefits, but I do receive visualizations with them sometimes, so I will share anything that's pertinent with you to try to make the intentions behind the words clear. Just a couple more deep breaths. Root in to Mother Gaia now. Imagine cords coming from your feet if you're standing, or your tailbone if you're sitting, and going all the way down into Mother Gaia. And then from your crown, imagine tendrils going up. I see them as white like clouds, but whatever comes to your mind is what's right for you to visualize. Connecting all the way up to the sky, Father Sky, the earth, the universe, the cosmos. And then feel the embrace of the tribe. You can reach either in your mind's eye or physically. You can put out your hands to connect, or just to visualize connecting if that feels right for you. Otherwise, just know that the tribe is present here and supporting you, and we're supporting each other. And we're creating this as a safe space. So even though we can't see each other, I do want it to be known that it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to cry, it's okay to let out any emotions during this that need to come out. Because we're all here to witness without judgment and to love above all else. And finally, my focus here again is on the dark feminine, but if I find anything else, we're just going to clear that. So just want to make sure that we're all open and no surprises come through as I'm doing the clearing, so that we can really keep our focus and intention on the clearing itself and not find distractions. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start at the root. I'm scanning the chakras of the collective for their state and any clearings that need to come. So I'm feeling in the masculine collective especially, I'm seeing this dark, it's dark red like blood of the dark feminine. And I think for a lot of masculine, this could be connected to the mother, being that the womb was a dark place. So they came into this world from a dark place. And this can go to this can be for anyone. But I think for the masculine especially, this is where a lot of the work is. Okay, so can we clean this blood, purify this blood, and cut the ties to these dark mother entities? And if it's a girlfriend or a lover or a partner that's embodying this darkness, anyone with unpure blood, can we cut the cords from the root point of conception and from the origin now? And I invite you to internally affirm if this resonates, if you would like this. Internally affirm it. You can say yes out loud, or you can say yes internally. And so any silence here is just me doing the work on you. Just breathe through it. So I'm seeing it getting cleared here. And for the feminines, anything going on with the internal organs, in the low abdomen, it's really starting to come up into the sacral chakra now. So I'm seeing the red merge with the orange. As the red's getting cleared out, we're getting brought up to the sacral chakra, but it kind of in the in-between space, anything going on with your menstrual cycles or your internal organs, maybe your fertility or anything in that area, can we bring healing to that now? No matter if you have everything internal intact or not, can we bring healing to this area now? Say yes. Can we shine light in this area now? Say yes. And love to this area. And take back power from take back power and cut ties to any past lovers, especially people that have hurt you emotionally. We're cutting the sexual ties now. We're becoming pure sexually. If you want that, say yes. The dark feminine, whether in you or in that partner, it entered through the root and the sacral chakras during intercourse. And so there's seeds of the dark feminine in the lower chakras. So we're clearing out those seeds. Imagine a rake a rake just going through the soil and cleaning it and taking out all the weeds until it's completely new, completely free of any debris, clean, ready to plant the fresh seeds that you choose, ready for the seeds of your beloved when they are purified. And we're going to purify the fluids of you and your beloved. So this is the sacred fluids. This is your internal fluids, the sexual fluids, because this is how we see the creative potential and manifest unconditional love in the world, is through love and intimacy with our beloved. So we're purifying the fluids. I'm just seeing a lot of white, like milk and nectar, like honey, and very free-flowing and can we clear? We're gonna put up a wall of protection here between these sacred fluids and the dark feminine. I'm seeing them come across as this gray, like concrete. So we're gonna just put up a protective barrier of light. This will be something that the whole collective is going to reinforce for each other. So those of us that need more healing in this area or that have more attacks will be getting the reinforcement from other members of the tribe. So it's all coming here as a light force to block out this gray, to keep these nectars and fluids pure for the union in divine timing. Koshina makatia na makoshina mokosia na makiata na makiata na makiana makoshina mokotia na makoshina mokona 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 moko. So God is sanctifying these nectars. It's really important, these fluids. So I would say celibacy now is very important. It's not something that I come out and talk about, because I didn't personally have to make an intention about it, but celibacy needs to be happening if you're not in divine union with your beloved, if you're not purified yet, because you're just you're allowing channels for the dark feminine to come back in, and we've just put up this light force to protect you. And this is your sovereignty. This is yours. So God wants you to nurture and protect it as sacred. It is your sacred fluids. It is your sacred source, your sacred creative source, your sacred soils. Okay, so I'm seeing those 2 lower chakras glowing bright now. So let's move up to the solar plexus in our abdomen area. So this is where our will comes from. This is our masculine energy. This is our solar energy. So I'm seeing it's pretty good. It's glowing pretty bright. It definitely is, it's kind of the midpoint between the lower and the upper chakras. So having this chakra clear is very important. What I'm seeing is it's like it's very easily dimmed, and it just kind of fluctuates in potency too easily. And I really think that doing this work on the lower chakras to give it more foundation is what's going to help that solidify. And then it's really trying to glow bright. It's like the light is here, it's ready, it's trying, it's glowing, it can't be stopped. But I am seeing, and I've seen this a couple of times in my own clearings, it's like an octopus energy. It's like an octopus with tentacles that are sneaking from behind and coming around almost so that we won't see it. And it's just like kind of constricting and suffocating the solar plexus. I'm seeing this more on the masculine side, and the feminines, I think, are experiencing these fluctuations. I think this is what I was seeing. They're experiencing the fluctuations that these tentacles are causing without having the physical tentacles in them. So this is where this connection really comes into play, because we can feel each other's energy, and so if something is affecting one, then it's affecting the other. And I'm just realizing what I forgot to say before, but I suppose it will just be for another time. So can we clear this octopus? Can we remove these tentacles, remove these suctions from the solar plexus, from our beloved? Can we cut ties to the person or people or entities that are trying to possess this power of the masculine, and trying to manipulate it and trying to use it for themselves, and trying to squash it? Yeah, it's definitely people. God's really wanting us to cut these people out of the masculine's life, cut them out of our life. So whoever is embodying this dark feminine, can we cut ties to them now? Can we cut them at the point of attraction at the root? If you want that, say yes, please. And this is directly freeing up the throat chakra, so that the masculine can speak their truth. Okay, so can we invoke, I'm just wanting to say, can we invoke the golden ray to support the masculine in maintaining their sovereignty on their own. So we can do this clearing, but we want them to be able to put in the work and maintain their sovereignty themselves, right? So we're invoking the Golden Ray, Archangel Michael, strength, solar power, masculine power, so that, yes, we as the Divine Feminine Collective, and again, if this isn't directly applying, depending on who you are watching this, take it as it is, but we are clearing this for them and then giving them the power, giving them the resources and tools to maintain it on their own so that that octopus doesn't come back. So the octopus is not allowed to come back now. We are eliminating that at the point of attraction. No more attachment. No more attachment to anyone that wants to take energy. Any energy vampires, we remove them now. We banish them from the universe. We banish them from being able to have any claim to anything on our earth. This is where the earth clearing is coming in now. They do not have a right to claim the light of our earth. The light belongs to the light workers. The light belongs to the children of light, the people that are pursuing the light, those connected to source. It does not belong to those of the dark. It does not belong to those choosing darkness. Those choosing darkness will no longer have access to the fruits of the earth. If you like that, please say yes. So we're really empowering the tribe now. I'm feeling a lot of energy coming in, so this is good. Okay, so I'm moving into the heart space. I'm feeling the masculine heart space distance and close off. I'm feeling a lot of work needing to be done in the feminine heart space. So can we open up the channels of love now? Can we eliminate fear from the root point of conception? The fear of not enough, the fear of lack, insecurity, fear of self-expression, knowing that it was these dark feminine entities holding our solar plexus hostage, and our sacral chakra, where our creative powers are, and our self-expression. Okay, and there's just a lot of pain here. There's just a lot of it's very old, dark pain. So can we bring light into this pain now? Can we see it now? Whatever's been hurting us, whatever has hurt us, whatever thoughts, ideas, or experiences we've had about love that have brought pain, can we acknowledge these now and release them? So we're cleaning. I'm doing this hand movement here. It's like I'm cleaning the heart. And I'm waiting till it's glowing bright. So some of us are working through a lot of pain right now. I sense that some of you are feeling this. So just let it out, and I think this will be another place to clear specifically later on, so we'll come back if we need to. So can we bring in the strength and support of the Lion Tribe and the Light Workers? Can we bring unconditional love into the tribe, into each other? And I want to see this green web of love light coming from all of our hearts, connecting to everyone around us in this energetic space, and their rays coming back into our hearts. So by giving our one ray and spreading it out to everyone, we get that much back in return. And this is our lesson to learn, that when we hold back our love, when we hold it in, it stagnates and it feels painful. And when we give our love, we receive so much more in kind. So I'm seeing our heart chakra really starting to glow, a much more healthy green now, so it's great. I'm going to move to the throat. So it's a lot of stuckness here. This is a theme, I think, for the Twin Flames. It's definitely been a theme in my life, so this is something that I'm working through, and so I'm happy to work through it together here. So this is funny, but God wants us to, it's not funny, but God wants us to practice saying I love you, okay? So I love you. And if you could say this out loud, and maybe practice saying it to those you really care about. And we're going to send a rainbow beam from our root all the way out with force through our throat, and it's gonna kind of projectile clear this stagnancy. This stagnancy comes from being and feeling repressed by the dark feminine at large, and also the toxic masculine, the patriarchy. So feeling disempowered on a large scale, unable to convey or convict people with our message, unable to share, unable to tell our truth. And this especially goes towards the beloved. So don't go out there necessarily saying I love you to people that aren't ready to hear it, but those who you know would appreciate, or you can feel that strong heart connection to, we're releasing this now so that we can practice saying I love you to those we care about. I love you. I love you. We can bring it back to our own hearts. I love you. And to Source, I love you. Okay, good. So the third eye, this is where we're getting more attacks. It's been such a long time that it's almost like, there's like, it's like, I can't think of like a good analogy, but it's like they're still trying to attack it, but our intuition has grown so much without necessarily consciously clearing that they're just, it's just like when you get bored, it's like I just keep seeing like throwing a ball against like a wall or something, and it's just like they're like still trying, but it's like not very effortful, and they're just like, and because we're just already, so I do want to go ahead and protect it though, so can we protect the third eye from these attacks and create a shield that actually repels them and sends those attacks back at the giver. So anybody's trying to psychically attack us is going to receive whatever they're trying to send our way. And the crown. Okay, this is where our connection to source is, and there's a lot of doubt here, I'm feeling. There's a lot of doubt in the collective. So I don't know who's watching this exactly. But I sense on the greater collective, like big tribe, is so much doubt in God, in source, in being supported. So I'm gonna ask for some energetic clearing with this, but know that I'm here as an example of God's support for you. I'm here because I love you, because God loves you, because Source loves you, because Source wants to support you, because Source is supporting you, and you are doing that for yourself by tuning into this right now. And the doubt here has more to do with the heart and the throat than it does with Source. But other than the self-doubt, I don't see any darkness here. So Kushina, I'm just going to do some light language to help clear this and everything we've done here. And I'll let you know what else comes through as I do this. So Koshina makita kana makiana makashina makotia na makono makono makoshina makiata makana makashina makiata kana makiana 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 Koshita kana makiata na makiana makashina makoshina makotia na makono 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 makochia na makiata kana makiana makiata yana makoshina mako koshina makatia na makana 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 makatia na makoshina makoshina makiata kana makiana 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 Kotoro mokono 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 mokoshana no mokono mokono mokoshiana makiana makita na makiana 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 makashiana makono mokono 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 mokoshiana makiata kana makiana 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 makiasiana makiana mokotoro no mokono 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 mokoshiana makiata na makiata kana makiana 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 koshana mokono no mokono koshana mokono mokono koshana mokono no mokono 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 mokoshana makiana makita da makiana makiana. So I was feeling a little bit of this violet flame energy that I think is coming in now, and I don't have more else to say, but maybe that means something to some of you. And then the inner child, God's saying, your inner child is loved. Your inner child is safe to come out. Your inner child is in you. It is you. It's with you. Becoming one with your inner child. And that the inner child never doubted source connection. Shina makashina mokotoro no mokotoro no mokono mokoshina mokoshina mokono 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 mokoshiana mokiana makitara makiana makashina makia mokotoro mokono mokono mokoshiana makiatara makiana 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 makashina mokotoro mokono 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 mokoshiana makiana makiatara makiatara makia koshina mokotoro mokoshina makitara makiana makitara makiana 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 mokoshina mokotoro makiata pakana makashina makiatara makiana makiata. There's some powerful energy. God's sealing you. Total protection from this dark feminine. Um, it's hard to put into words. It's just, I mean, it's just that. You can feel the energy behind those words. It's, we've had enough. God's had enough. We've had enough of this. I don't want to swear, but, being messed with, and just this meddling and this dark trying to, you know, just go where it doesn't belong, and like take what doesn't belong to it. And God is here. God is here. God is down on the earth now. God is grounded. God is here with us. And we are supported and protected. He is among us. This is the one tribe. He's giving us these codes so that we can be of service to the greater good and do His good works and fulfill this prophecy. And the love and the new earth and the love. It's all about love. It's about the sovereignty of love, the sanctity of love, the oneness, the one. It's just love above everything else. Love. When love rules, the darkness scatters. There's nothing left for it to feed on when love is completely at the forefront. Okay, so we're grounding this in now. We're remembering our connections to the cosmos and to Mother Gaia. We're grounding the work we did now into the tribe, into our bodies, mind and soul. Know you are protected, you are loved, you are worthy. I love you. God is with you. We're going to take a big deep breath together and end with, and so it is. So breathe in. And so it is. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me on this clearing. I am definitely feeling it. So I really hope that it landed with you. You know, I'm totally at this point now where what comes out, comes out. What you think of it is what you think of it, and I'm just here to be of service and to do the work and to listen when God tells me to record something and put it out there for you. So I do hope that you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear anything you have to say, anything that's going on with you in your journey, or any questions you have. I do want to pull 3 more tarot cards just to see like where we're at now. I really hope everything got tied together, that it made sense. So, where are we now after this clearing? Okay. So we have so we got some interesting cards for the end, but all is well. We got the 7 of Swords, the Moon, and the 2 of Swords. So essentially I'm getting that with the 7 of Swords, that we kicked a lot up. I'm getting that with these crows, and I'm also seeing, I mean, this is a masculine character in the card. It's like he's starting to get up and be ready to fight now. And he has his wings are black though. He has his wings, but we're still doing more work. Definitely the feminines, I feel, have gotten in touch with their intuition and their psychic power through this. I think in general with these 3 cards, it's a lot of nighttime energy, so doing these kind of clearings at night is going to be good. Dream state is going to bring a lot for us as far as insights and healing, so do make sure you're getting enough sleep. Get plenty of sleep, get a lot of sleep. Sleep is so amazing. Sleep a lot. I don't understand why people don't sleep enough, because it's just so good. It's so important. Like, I just like cannot function if I don't sleep enough, and I just don't understand why you would not want to be able to function when sleeping feels so good. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And then we have the 2 of Swords. So, and this is the feminine. Okay, so we did this big clearing, but like we're still in it. She's not. So what I'm feeling is I've been called to do a lot of this work specifically for the masculine, and it's not coming from a place anymore of codependency, because I did have to go through that timeline, I want to say, but it's like I feel like I have the power now to be sharing this on a collective level, and so I'm sending that out to the beloved as well. But we need to protect ourselves as the feminine and stay in our own energy. And still we're waiting, because the masculine's still dealing with these dark energies. It's like, what I'm seeing here is like we've dispersed them now. We've dispersed them, but, and he has 2 swords. I don't know how well you can see. He has 2 swords, but this crow has a sword and this crow has a sword. So it's kind of like we even out the playing field as far as who's got offense. And he's crouched down, but he's like about to get up. He's got his wings, but they're dark. So there's just like this energy of it's helping, but he's still got a ways to go. So I hope that makes sense, and it's totally fine for us to stay in our own energy here and to kind of work from afar is what I'm seeing, because we do have this very clear psychic intuitive channel from which we can work. Okay, so I hope all of that makes sense. Thank you so much for sticking through this super long video. I'd love to hear from some of you. I hope that this helps people. Even if it helps one person, it's worth it. It helped me, so it's worth it. And I'm sure I will be back around to do more of these. I want to post this video wherever I can, but my YouTube channel's been a little bit inconsistent, just because I've been working through these energies and being just like waiting to start what I feel most called to do. I don't believe in trying to force anything, so if I'm don't have the energy, don't feel called to make something, I'm not going to force myself to make it. But I do feel like this is something that I want to be doing, so hopefully more of this will come out. So subscribe if that interests you, if you're on YouTube, and hopefully I'll see you really soon. I'll leave all my social media links down below. For Igniting Insight, I'm mostly on YouTube and Instagram. I would say mostly Instagram, so if you want to see my, I post almost every day, just the energy of what's going on and messages. So if you want to see those, I'll post the link down below. And hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and week. I love you, beloveds. Namaste.